Here is a list of the 5 of the most hated football teams in England. This list is not based on personal opinions, but rather general census amongst English football fans. And as for those football fans, the hate or dislike could come from a plethora of reasons, such as politics, territory, success, dominance, corruption, fans, previous players, and many more reasons. So here is the list. At number 5, it is Liverpool FC. Now Liverpool are the second most successful football club in England. They became dominant in the 70s and 80s, where they were basically untouchable for how successful they were. So because of sheer dominance, it's the default reason as to why fans will always hate you and hope for your downfall. Another reason why Liverpool are hated is because of their fans. Liverpool fans who can come off as annoying and arrogant, trying to live off their past success. So for those 2 reasons, success and annoying fans, Liverpool are my number 5 of list of most hated clubs. But saying all that, Liverpool are still a respectable club. They have passionate fans, they run their club the proper way, they've had many great players and managers, and their stadium's atmosphere is something to be admired about. Coming in at number 4, it is Newcastle United. The hatred for Newcastle is sort of new. I mean, they've always had annoying fans who were once dubbed by Roy Keane as an arrogant bunch of fans for a club that's never won anything. But similar to Liverpool, the Geordies are just a passionate bunch of fans who love their club. But that's not enough for them to be hated. The real reason is new. It's the fact that Newcastle a few years ago were bought up by the nation of Saudi Arabia. Literally, the government of Saudi Arabia and their sovereign wealth fund worth £500 billion now owns Newcastle United. This makes Newcastle by far the richest sports entity on planet Earth. As you can imagine, rival fans were not happy that a nation state can buy a single club. It's just not part of fair play. Of course, Newcastle fans did not care because they've experienced years and years of mismanagement of their beloved club, and for them they were just happy that their club was going to get money to spend to compete at the top. Newcastle is 4th on my list of most hated clubs because they've slowly become and will become even more a vessel for Saudi Arabia to promote their country. Their away kit colour is the colour of Saudi Arabia's National League colours. They're sponsored by many Saudi companies. So while the fans of Newcastle are innocent, when a local football club gets owned by one of the most powerful nations in the world, you're gonna be hated by everyone else. Moving on, number 3, it is Manchester City. So up until 2008, Manchester City were an innocent club. They were known as the working class club of Manchester, a true underdog team. This changed when the government state of Abu Dhabi bought the club and made them one of the richest clubs in the world. Man City went on a spending spree. They bought all the best players and achieved instant success. Not just success, but absolute dominance. Other fans were of course jealous of Man City and their ability to buy the best players, especially when that money came from a government state. But with this amount of money comes corruptions, just as everyone has suspected. Man City have since the takeover had many controversies of financial cheating, such as fake sponsorships, bribery to agents, bribery to players, and many more. Rival fans have always known these stuff for many years, but it finally came to light in 2022 when Man City were officially charged by the Premier League on corruption, and now they're in the middle of a massive court case. So those are the reasons Man City are a hated club. But though City have unlimited financial wealth, they've been praised for their success they've had because of the style of football they play, the amazing players they've brought in the league, like De Bruyne and Aguero, and they brought in Pep Guardiola to the Premier League and he's had an amazing impact. Moving on, coming in at number 2, it is Chelsea Football Club. Once again, similar to Man City and Newcastle, they are hated for having had a corrupt owner in Roman Abramovich. Abramovich used Chelsea to money launder his illegal Russian money. Chelsea before the takeover were a mid-sized West London club, seen as a club for the posh side of London, and it made them a little bit hated, but not that much. But then in 2003, Chelsea were bought by Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich. Chelsea brought the way to success with Jose Mourinho as their manager. They won many cups and league titles. Fans were jealous of their success and they hated that it was through unlimited financial backing. This was all happy and dandy for 20 years until the Russian war in Ukraine happened and Abramovich's Russian money was exiled out of the club and the country by the government. Chelsea then got new owners in American Todd Boehly. Now Boehly isn't as bad as Abramovich, but he has still carried on the tradition of trying to buy your way through success and thus maintaining Chelsea's reputation as one of the most hated clubs in England. Finally, coming in at number 1, there can only be one, it is Manchester United. It's the biggest club in England. They are hated purely for one reason, and it was their absolute dominance and success in the 90s and 2000s. Their success came through their brilliant manager Sir Alex Ferguson and his ruthless way of running the club. Fans just hated how they could never beat Man United. They were just a juggernaut to play against and they walked over everyone. Man United's dominance is what helped Premier League go to the next level in global appeal and they made Premier League the best league in the world, and Man United were the best and biggest team in the world. Rival fans just hated them for how good they were, how arrogant the fans became through their success. And the arrogance of the Man United fans is almost justified, because when you get to witness that much success, you have a natural arrogance of how good you are, and you always believe you're entitled to win trophies. Now this success also breeded ex-players that were part of the success, and now that they've retired, they constantly talk about what a big great club Man United are, and therefore deserve to always win trophies. And you can tell just how hated Man United are by rival fans, because since Sir Alex Ferguson left over 10 years ago, Man United have been on a downward spiral, and rival fans have enjoyed every single minute of it. Man United are still in a mess, and rival fans get so much joy through seeing Man United constantly fail and seeing their fans upset. So that was my list of the top 5 most hated clubs in England. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.